It is a beautiful day for golf, and I'm not just saying that. There's literally a rainbow right above the first tee box as I'm about to tee off. And we've got a new set of clubs that is super exciting from a brand that's basically back from the dead, This is the MacGregor MT Milled. I've got them in a chrome finish. I've got 4-through pitching wedge. This set of clubs will run only $599 on their website. Seems like an absolute steal. Now I gotta say, when I first unwrapped these, I wasn't sure what I had. The box was unmarked, and I literally opened it and my heart started pumping because I thought I had a brand new set of Mizunos. I know this is about the time Mizuno starts to roll out their new releases, and I saw this cursive M badging on the club. That's the only badging on it. They're nice and clean. And then looking at the milling and the quality, I thought I had a set of Mizunos, but no, it's a set of MacGregors, and that is maybe even a better present because I love value. As you know, I'm a value guy, and if these can perform anywhere near a Mizuno for that kind of price, I'll be pretty excited. Now, I did take a couple shots in my simulator just to test them out. And man, oh man, these things were soft and they sure looked very long for me. Now here's the loft chart. As you can see, for a set of players irons, which these really are, I've got to say these lofts are pretty forward, 31 degrees at the 7-iron. To give you an idea of the set, and the rest of it's here on your screen, you can see these things have a little bit of pop to them, and that's a surprise. Looking down at them, nice thin face to them, a little bit of offset, and the face itself is very large. It looks like a huge hitting area, so it's somewhere in between kind of a player's distance and a player's iron from what I can see. By the way, some great shaft options available even in this budget set of clubs. I think that's a huge selling point. You get UST recoils, you got KBS, and you have True Temper dynamic golds available. I'm playing the KBS Tour 120 stiff shaft. Today I'm going to put it to the test, and we're going to do something a little different on today's episode. I am going to be playing the forward tees, and we're going irons only. I'm going to set the same over-under I normally do this year of plus or minus 2. So I'm hoping we shoot 2 over or better with these clubs. Let's put them to the test and get to work. We're gonna go 4-iron off the tee here. As you can see, nice thin top line. Good looking club. This is gonna be the hardest club in any set to hit, unless of course you've got the 3-iron. Let's see if we can make it talk early. Wow, that's nice and high, great contact. I push it off to the right a little bit though. Probably gonna find the rough. Felt great coming off the face, I will say that. Let's see where we finish. It's always nice to see a player's iron get up high in the air like that one. That was like 5-iron, maybe almost 6-iron height for some sets of clubs, believe it or not. And so even though these lofts are pressed a bit, still getting some nice trajectory from what I could see on that shot, as well as what I was doing out on the range here earlier this morning. I'm excited to see how they progress through the day, and we'll straighten them out. There's our distance from the tee box, 197. That's not bad. Not bad considering we're over here in the rough in the hard pan. And just not far off the fairway though. It's just, it comes in pretty quickly here. And I'd like to see him up over 200 in general off the tee, but we got very little roll over here in the rough as well. Early test for these clubs to see the workability, because I've got to hit a low cut shot. I'm going to go 4-iron again. And we'll see if we can wrap it around this tree. Tough to get a stance on these roots. Oh yeah, wow. That was a golf shot right there. That is the hallmark of a great golf club to me. The fact that you can work the ball left and right, right or left, adjust your trajectory lower or higher like I did right there. That's what a player needs out of their irons. I'm right here in front of the green with a little eagle chip. This could be a very good start to the day. That's gonna be a par. We're heading to 2. I could, of course, bang another 4-iron, but it would be a boring video if I hit only 4 irons. So I want to mix things up here today, and I want to have different shots coming in as well. I don't want just wedge shots as approach shots. First time doing this, so let me know down below what you think of irons only from the forward tees. Oh, that felt great. That is just slightly left of my target. So we made that correction, but again, peak height, really nice feel and sound. Got to be up there with some of the best. It's exciting. Now, in terms of feel, MacGregor says they're using a 1020 carbon steel for these clubs. and that should lead to softness. Well, I'm not a metallurgist or anything like that, but yeah, it's soft feeling. It feels very, very good. It looks like a premium club, feels like a premium club. The sound is premium. It's like a classic sound. Hard to explain. It's kind of clicky, but has a little bass to it as well. You just know when you hit it right. It's just a great sound. And all in all, looking down at the club, just beautiful as well. They really nailed the aesthetics here with these MT milled irons. Left side of the fairway, perfect position, right where you want to be, really. I am 91 yards out, which means I hit that about 190 yards as well. Man, it felt great. It looked great. That's not a whole lot different from that first 4-iron though, is it? So it's an interesting point. You know, a lot of people are taking the 4-iron out of their bag because they're just not getting enough distance, enough height. It's nice that MacGregor actually offers these sets in 5-through pitching wedge. You don't have to have a 4-iron like I do here in this set. And I guess there's an argument to be made if you're not getting the right gapping out of your clubs, it may be time to think about a 4 hybrid or something else like that in the bag. 91 yards, 54-degree wedge. See what happens. Pretty good strike. Maybe long again. We're gonna have another birdie putt though. And yeah, I think I know what I just did right there. I only had 61 yards in. That's why I said it was a 190 shot. That was probably confusing, and that's why I just blasted it to the back of this green. Might even be off the green. Mental mistake there. It can happen, it can happen. When you change things up playing red tees, anything can happen, I guess. Come on, get going. Oh boy, not good for a birdie putt. all of a sudden, we've got a tough par putt here, and it shouldn't have been. These greens are a little sandy and they're very slow, and that is a bogey because of a mental mistake. We're heading to number 3. Beautiful hole here and very narrow too. So I'm gonna go 5-iron because we can't afford to push anything right, and you gotta have confidence with whatever club you hit. Let's see if we can get this in play. Oh yeah, again, the peak height is incredible with these clubs. Let's get back to the price discussion here for a second as I'm walking up to the ball. And the people shopping for these clubs, you're probably looking at things like the Ping Blueprint S. You're looking at the Wilson Staff cavity back. You're looking at the Mizuno cavity backs. Those types of clubs are going to be, you know, $1,200 plus in most cases. I mean, Wilson Staffs might be a little bit cheaper, but in most cases, you're looking at $1,200 to $1,500 for a set of irons. These are gonna be half that, $600 basically. And again, if you go 5-through pitching wedge, it's only $549 actually on the website. So there's gonna be a few corners cut, no doubt about it. In terms of manufacture, most golf clubs these days are made in China with the exception of those Japanese forgings. When I got the set, they looked absolutely beautiful. The milling's gorgeous. But throughout the set, there was a little imperfection along the ridge of each of these golf clubs. Right in the middle, from 4 all the way to pitching wedge, there's a little indentation. And when you have a forged club, that's gonna happen anyways at some point. But out of the box, it was a little interesting to see. And you know, quality control sometimes suffers when you've got a more budget club in hand. All right, so those are always some of the factors that you're going to have to weigh, and you have to decide, is a budget club for you? Can you live with a little imperfection from the factory? I can, because they're gonna get rattled in the bag, there's gonna be bag chatter, that sort of thing, so I'm okay with it, but you gotta decide for yourself. In terms of that 6-iron, 177 is the distance. Pretty good, pretty good. 185 would be ideal, but it's a dewy day out here. We'll give it a little break. And we've got 157 in, so we're gonna try to push an 8-iron here. Oh. Great strike. Might be too long. I definitely pulled it, trying to get a little extra out of it. So I'm long and a little left, but distance there was absolutely pretty impressive when I really took a swing at it. Another 10-footer to save par here. No. All right, it's another bogey. And that means we're already on the bubble here. We're on the bubble +2. We got to turn this ship around quick. All right. Well, I really like how that 5-iron felt off the tee. Ended in the perfect spot. So we're gonna try that same club again here. And I need to get past that palm tree on the left and into the little dog leg left here. Oh, yes. Man, that club's dialed in. Again, maybe long. We're gonna have to measure that shot. Yes, indeed, it is long because it ran past the fairway on this dog leg. It was exactly on the line I wanted, So again, you know, that's the dangers of playing the red tees where I don't normally play. I don't know exactly where these fairways run out. I'm not used to it. We do have 91 yards again. These numbers keep coming up. I'm sure it's 91, not 61 this time. And I've got that 54-degree wedge in my hand. And I think it's gonna be a lot closer to the pin this time. All right, about 15 feet. Gotta really hit them because of this sand on the greens. And because they're so slow, they're just not breaking as much as I think either. So we'll have to adjust for that here. But we're back with a par and we're heading to a par 3 now. All right, this forward tees thing has been an experiment today. And so far we hadn't had a chance to test stopping power. I'm hoping to do that because I've moved back to the tee box. That's 156 here. I've got 8-iron in hand. Let's see if we can make it happen. All right, so 8-iron in hand. How is that for stopping power? What do you call that, about 2 inches? Perfect chance to check out what one of our fans sent me, which is the butterfly divot tool. I usually just fix my divots with a tee. A lot of people complain about that, but that's how I like it. But now I've got this sweet tool that makes it so easy and you can close it right back up. Check it out, I'll leave a link down to his stuff below. Very cool guy, very cool product, innovative, fun to use, especially if you're a knife person. All right, we've got about 19, 20 feet here going uphill. I've got to hit this thing, got to get it to the hole. And I know it's not going to break so much with these top dressed greens. That's a good line, come on. Oh, another par though. We're heading to a par 4. All right, so far, I think these irons are performing really, really well. And it's only my chipping and putting really that's letting us down here. In terms of the irons, if this was just irons, I would say this would be, probably an even par round so far. But we've got to get the short game under control. And just so you know, I never take my score into account in these ratings, okay? Because I know we can't rely on the putter and the driver and things like that when I'm reviewing irons. So I do it just to make these videos a little bit more interesting and fun and enjoyable. Hopefully you are enjoying them. If you are, hit the subscribe button if you're not already. It really helps this show. But yeah, we are gonna always try to score our best. All right, going back to the 4-iron here on this long par 4, of course not so long from these tees. I'm aiming for right side of the fairway, which that brings the rough into play a little bit. Stay away from it, hopefully. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Nice little draw to it. High in the sky, did not get much roll, but let's find out how far it went. And by the way, I don't think that was my best strike either. It felt a little heel side, just a tad, but there's definitely some forgiveness built into these irons. Still got that nice peak height, that nice little baby draw. That's what you want to see. At least that's what I want to see. All right, distance here. It's about the same, if not a little less than the 5-iron, 190. Now, this was slightly into the breeze, but there's not much of a breeze here today, to be honest. So again, should I even be carrying a 4-iron, or should us mere mortals carry a 4-iron? The question is up for debate. We've got another little wedge shot into the green. Let's quickly, hopefully make birdie. 62 yards, staring right down at it. 60-degree wedge in hand. Chunked. The short game right now looks, there's no better word to use than pitiful. We got to do better. That's a little better. Maybe we can save a par, but again, should have been a birdie opportunity. That's where I should have been for birdie. Oh gosh, I did not want to put another bogey on the scorecard. Luckily, that's a par, but we got to do better. We got to get this short game in check. All right, 7th hole, par 4. I'm going to go 7-iron here in honor of the 7th hole, but it's more because I want to have like a 9 or pitching wedge in my hand rather than a wedge, because we want to test these irons. Oh, it feels so good, so high, so nice. We've got 120 and finally get to take out the pitching wedge here in this set. Let's see if the scoring clubs can come alive. It looks so big down at address. Ooh, it's so high. Let's see if the distance is right. We are into the wind just a touch. So yeah, looking at that club, the offset and the big wide face really inspires some confidence. Again, in a type of club here these MacTech irons, really for players, or players distance maybe, it's always good to have a little forgiveness. At least this mere mortal needs it a lot, especially today. Real happy with the result there. Again, little to no rollout. Probably call that about 6 inches. We've got a downhill putt for the first time today, and maybe also for the first time breaking a little left to right. Oh, I'd love to see one drop. These irons are giving us the birdie putts we've got to convert, and we did. All right. I knew it was a matter of time, which means we're back to +1. We're off that bubble a little bit, and we're heading to a par 3. A little breeze in my face, probably hurting a few yards. This should be the club though. If I take a normal swing, about 145, I'm hoping, so that's what I'm going for. Hit it a little on the thin side. I think it's gonna be plenty. Yeah, we're up there for another birdie putt. Could we go back to back? So yeah, on that thin shot, probably my first real thin of the day. Forgiving. So all around, I'd say, again, for the category these clubs sit in, very good in the forgiveness department. And that's what, personally, what I really need. I'm a 4 handicapper, so I'm a good golfer, but I'm not a great golfer. Yeah, I could use the forgiveness on days like today when I'm probably not swinging my best. These irons are giving it to me. I'm really pleasantly surprised. All right, I've got 15 feet here for birdie. 2 in a row, 2 in a row, 2 in a row. Yes! Oh, we were down, but we were not out. And once I was able to get those scoring irons in my hand, all of a sudden, things have changed dramatically here. All right, well, as long as we don't have to hit a wedge into the next hole, I think we're gonna be okay. We're back to even par, headed to the Island Green finish, par 5. Let's do it. All of a sudden, I've got a pep in the step. I'm gonna rank these clubs for you right after I hit the drive here, or the iron shot off the tee. Now, one way or the other, I think this is gonna be a 3-shot hole because of that iron green, so I'm gonna play within myself, and I'm just gonna take in 7 iron off the tee. I'm gonna take a nice relaxed swing. It's gonna be all about the 2nd shot to get us in position and the 3rd shot to bring us home. All right, let's rank these clubs. I gotta say, I really like them. I think they're gonna be a pretty good score. But let's go through my 5 criteria. First is distance. And with these more modern press lofts, they sure do fly. With everything but that 4 iron, which again, maybe I need to take the 4 iron out of the bag. I would say we're getting great distance out of these clubs. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5, very strong and stronger than where most of these clubs in this category sit. In terms of forgiveness, whew, excellent again. It's not gonna be as forgiving, of course, as a, something like a P790, something in that category, like a foam-filled player's distance club. You play an iron like this, you gotta hit them well. I would give these though a strong, 4.5 out of 5, I think. Very forgiving. This last shot here was off the toe a bit. Still, we're in the fairway, decent distance. In terms of workability, you saw it, especially on that first hole. And throughout the day, I've seen these clubs are extremely workable. These are a full 5 out of 5, excellent. In terms of aesthetics, again, excellent club. The milling's beautiful. The sound and the feel, exceptional. I'm gonna put these up against some more expensive clubs here in another test, so stay tuned. But for me, they're getting a 5 out of 5, easily 5 out of 5 for aesthetics. In terms of value, 5 out of 5 as well. Really, really good clubs. 94-point clubs, as you can see, really good clubs for $599 for the full set. $549 if you don't need that 4 iron. Excellent, excellent set of golf clubs that I'll be happy to play here. Maybe for a couple more days, these will stay in the bag. We are still even par. As a reminder, we probably shouldn't be, or maybe we should be better. My short game's been so bad today, but we're even par. Let's finish it strong. Because I hit that one off the toe, I need a little bit more distance. This ball is all muddy. I'm gonna go 6 iron. Yes, sir. Man, feels good. It's the true fans of this show that watch these videos all the way to the end, especially after I've ranked the clubs and they want to see the finishing hole. So if you're a true fan, let me know down in the comments. We've got such a great community. Every YouTuber probably says it, but I think we've got the best golf community here on YouTube. I noticed down in the comments, people aren't just talking to me, but they're helping each other out. There's advice happening down there. Keep that up. It's so good to see. All right, here we go. 96 yards. We're gonna have another birdie putt. I wasn't gonna take any chances hitting it short in the water here, so we're long. 2 putts for even par, or 1 putt for glory. About 35 feet here. Straight down the hill too. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, it burned the edge. It burned the edge. Whew. There you have it. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys, as much as I enjoyed making it. I'll catch you back here next time on another edition of Let's Play Through.